In question number 6, you have given a parallelogram whose coordinates are given to you. A, one comma 2, B, 4 comma Y, C, X comma 6, and D, 3 comma 5 is given to you. You have to find the value of the missing variable X and Y. So in this, if you use the property of the parallelogram that the opposite side of a parallelogram are equal, then you will find the length of AB and CD and you will make them equal because opposite side of parallelogram are equal. But from there, you will get a relationship between X and Y. And similarly, if you apply AD is equal to CD, then you will again get a relationship between X and Y. Then you will solve the two equations by pair of linear equation method that like substitution method, elimination method. The method that you have used in that chapter, you will use that methods and you will find the value of the missing variable X and Y. But this procedure is so much lengthy. So avoid that method. You will use the property that diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other That means midpoint of AC is equal to midpoint of BD. Because diagonals are bisecting each other, that means the diagonals of both the midpoint of both the diagonals will coincide one another. That means midpoint of AC will be equal to the midpoint of your BD. Got it? Now you will apply here midpoint formula. So firstly you will write here midpoint formula x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. That will give you the midpoint. So apply midpoint formula on AC. So this is your x1, y1, this is your x2, y2. Now this will give you 1 plus x by 2 and 2 plus 6 by 2. That is equal to midpoint of your BD. That is midpoint of your BD. That is 4 plus 3 by 2 and y plus 5 by 2. Now compare them. As you can see that in this, both the coordinates are equal. So compare the abscissa, means x coordinate with x coordinate. 1 plus x by 2 is equal to 4 plus 3 by 2. And y coordinate 2 plus 6 by 2 is equal to y plus 5 by 2. So solve them. 2 will cancel out. This will give you. So from here you will get x is equal to 6. And from here 2 will cancel out. So y is equal to 3. So in this manner we have got the value of the missing variable x and y. Question number 7. Diameter is given. The coordinate of this A point is missing. You have given the center of the circle whose coordinates are 2, -3. That is given in the question. And the coordinate of this point is 1, 4. That is also given. So you have to find the coordinate of A. So let the coordinate of this A point be your x, y. Let A, x, y be the point. So you can see that this 2, -3 is the center of your line segment AB. Is it clear? This is your diameter and this is the center. So obviously this 2, -3 is the center of is the midpoint of your line segment AB. So 2 comma minus 3 is the midpoint of AB. Is it clear, beta? This point is the midpoint of your AB. So can we say that this 2 comma minus 3 is equal to midpoint of AB? So let's apply the midpoint formula. So firstly, we will write here midpoint formula, that is again same, x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. Now compare this 2 comma minus 3 with the midpoint. So I'm writing here 2 comma minus 3 is equal to midpoint of your AB. So midpoint of AB is given by x plus 1 by 2 and y plus 4 by 2, that is equal to 2 comma minus 3. Any doubt, beta? Is this clear? 2 comma minus 3 is the midpoint of AB. So I have applied the midpoint formula on the AB. Now compare the like terms, compare the x coordinate. This will give you x is equal to 3. And when you compare the y coordinate, minus 3 is equal to y plus 4 by 2. This will give you minus 6, y plus 4. This will give you y is equal to minus 10. So from here, I have got A as 3 comma minus 10 be the point that we want to find in the question. Question number 8. You have given a line segment AB and the coordinate of this A is minus 2 comma minus 2 and the coordinate of B are 2 comma minus 4. Find the coordinate of P such that AP is equal to 3 by 7 of AB. You have given this relation that AP is 3 by 7 of the complete line AB. Now, from here, we can say that AP by AB is your 3 by 7. Means AP is your 3 part and AB is your 7. If this AB is 7 and this is your 3, so can we say that this is your 4 part? Out of the total 7, if you remove this 3, then we are left with the 4 part. So can we say that AP upon BP is equal to 3 by 4. That means AP ratio PB is your 3 ratio 4. So this is your M1 ratio M2. Got it, beta? Any doubt? So after this, let P x comma y be the point which divides AB in 3 ratio 4. Any doubt, बेटा? तो आपके पास यहां से क्या आ गया? आपके पास यहाँ से PXY we have supposed as a point which divide AB in the ratio 3 ratio 4. Now use the section formula. In the first case we have discussed, if the ratio is given, then you will use the section formula that contain M1, M2. So let's write the formula here. M1 X2 plus M2 X1 upon M1 plus M2, M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 upon M1 plus M2. So let's find the coordinate of PXY by using the same formula. So apply the formula here. This 3 will be multiplied with the first coordinate and 4 will be multiplied with the first coordinate. So from here, I will write 3 into 2 plus 4 into minus 2 by M1 plus M2, that is 7. And the next is your 3 into minus 4 plus 4 into minus 2 upon 7. This is 6 minus 8 by 7. This will give you minus 12 minus 8 by 7. That is minus 2 by 7 and minus 20 by 7. So this is your coordinate of P. So you will write here coordinate of P as which divide AB in 3:4. But you look here, question number 9. In question number 9, you have given a line segment formed from the point A and B, and this complete line segment is divided into 4 equal parts. So let's divide this line into 4 equal parts. As you can see that I have put 3 small lines, and that will divide the complete line segment AB into 4 equal parts, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's give them name P, Q, and R. As it is given in the question that this complete line segment is divided into 4 equal parts, that means this PQR is dividing the line in the ratio 1:1:1. Is it clear? So this complete line segment is divided in the ratio 1:1:1:1. So can we say that this P is dividing the line segment AB in the ratio, this P is dividing the line segment AB in the ratio 1:3. Q is dividing Q के इस तरफ कितने पार्ट है बेटा 2. So 2 Q के इस तरफ कितने पार्ट है 2. So this Q is dividing the line segment AB in the ratio 2:2, and this R is dividing R. R के इस साइड पे कितने पार्ट है 1, 2, 3, और R के इस साइड पे कितने पॉइंट है 1. So this P is dividing in the ratio 1:3, Q 2:2, and R is dividing it in the ratio 3:1. 3 different ratios are given to you. So we can use that section formula 3 times, but instead of applying the section formula, out of this ratio, you can see that this Q is dividing the line segment in the ratio 2:1. 2:2 का मतलब है 2 will cancel out. It is dividing it AB in the ratio 1:1. That means this Q will become the midpoint of the complete line segment AB. So instead of applying the section formula, you can use the formula, midpoint formula here. So I will write here, this Q will become the midpoint of your AB. So here, Q will become midpoint of AB. So can we apply here midpoint formula? So write midpoint formula here. Midpoint formula, that is x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. So find the value of Q. Let QXY be the point. So the coordinate of QXY will be given by the midpoint of AB, that is -2 plus 2 by 2 and 2 plus 8 by 2, that will be equal to 0 and 5. So I've got the coordinate of Q as 0, 5. So this is your first answer. Any doubt, beta? Now, as you have seen that we have got the coordinates of Q as 0, 5. So can we say that P is the midpoint of AP because it is dividing it in the ratio 1:1. So now P is the midpoint of your AQ. So let P, A, B be the point. Got it? So here P, A, B is the point that divides AQ in 2 equal parts. So now let's find the coordinate of PAB by applying the midpoint formula on this coordinate AQ. So this will give you -2 plus 0 by 2 and 2 plus 5 by 2. So this is your minus 1 and this is your 7 by 2. So from here I have got the coordinate of Q also. In the similar manner, now as you can see that this R is dividing the line QB again in the ratio 1:1. So this R is the midpoint of QB. So the coordinate, let R M comma N be the point. But you can write any of the variable here. Whichsoever you want to use, you can. Now the coordinate of R comma N, R M N will be given by applying the midpoint formula on QB, that is 0 plus 2 by 2 and 5 plus 8 by 2. That will give you 1 comma 13 by 2. So at the end, I will write the answer P minus 1 comma 7, Q 0 comma 5 and R 1 comma 13 by 2 divides AB into 4 equal parts. Any doubt, beta? In question number 10, you have given a rhombus whose vertices are 3, 0, B vertex 4, 5, C is your minus 1, 4, and D is your minus 2, minus 1. So in this, we want to find the area of the rhombus. And you all know that area of the rhombus is half into D1 into D2, or we have one more formula, base into height. But in this, height is not given. So we will apply the first formula, that is area is equal to half into D1 into D2, means diagonal 1, that is your AC, and diagonal 2 is your BD. So these are the two diagonals that you have to find. After finding the diagonal, you will put the length of the diagonals here and you will get the area of the room. So before this, I have given them the name. So you will firstly write here, let A 3, 0, B 4, 5, C minus 1, 4, and D minus 2, minus 1 be the vertices of rhombus. So these are the vertices. So we will apply this formula for finding the area. Now let's find the diagonal AC. How you will find the length of this diagonal AC? In the beginning of this chapter, in the very first exercise, we have discussed how to find the length of the side, that AC will be given by using the distance formula. So for finding AC, you will use here x1, x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is known as distance formula. This is to be used for finding the length of the side. So apply the formula. This is your x1, y1. This is your x2, y2. So apply the formula here. Minus 1 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 0 whole square. This is minus 4 square, that is 16. Again 4 square is your 16. So this will give you answer as 32. And when you open the square root, after getting it factorized, you will take out the common term. 8 4s are 32. So you will write here 4 into 4 into 2. So answer is 4 root 2 units. So the length of your first diagonal is 4 root 2 units. Now let's find the length of the another diagonal, that is your BD. BD will be given by, again use the same formula, but the coordinates are different. So you will find the length of the another diagonal by using the same formula. This your BD will be given by, apply the same formula, that is BD minus 2 minus 4 whole square plus minus 1 minus 5 whole square. This is your x2 minus x1. This is your y2 minus y1. This is minus 6 square plus minus 6 square. That is your 36 plus 36. That is 72. Now make the factors of this. What you will get? 8 9 का होता है, 8 के फैक्टर आएंगे 2 into 2 into 2, 3 into 3. So this will give you 2 into 3 root 2. That is 3 2s are 6, 6 root 2 units. So from here we have got the length of the two diagonals. Now put this length of diagonals in that area formula. Area is given by half into AC into BD, 4 root 2 into 6 root 2. Root 2 into root 2 will give you 2. So this is your 24 unit square. Unit is not given, so you will write here unit square or square unit.